Hello everyone, it's Shane Kanto, your Wasteland reviewer, and I'm here to review A Loud House Christmas. And this is a live-action Christmas special film from Nickelodeon and Paramount Plus based off of the pretty successful animated series A Loud House, which I watched a Loud House movie, which was animated that came out earlier this year, and, you know, I had a decent amount of fun for somebody who had never watched A Loud House before. And then you watch this and you're just like, some things should just stay animated. And that's the thing. You have this story of Lincoln Loud, who basically just has 9 sisters, and not all of them are going to be home for Christmas. And he does whatever he can, including doing some of the most absurd, ridiculous, silly, and dumb things to manipulate everybody to get them home for Christmas. And you're just like, what a little jerk. And in the end, that's the thing. I remember watching the other movie and like, it's decently earnest. This film is decently earnest. You know, I feel like this feels like a live action cartoon, which is not a compliment in this situation. Some of these characters, the sisters, don't translate well to live action. And they really try to force it in there, and you're just like, it's not working. And you have all of these crazy list of characters, and you spend, like, out of the 65 minutes that make up this film, like a good 10-15 minutes of just trying to go through all the characters and setting them up. And that's a real drag at the beginning of the film, even though a decent amount of them are a lot of fun and silly and quirky. And some of them are just like, yeah, they work on a cartoon, but like in real life, like the goth girl with the bangs and everything just looks completely absurd and ridiculous in real life. And there's just so many things like that in this film that it's just like, okay, this would have worked in animation. And it doesn't really work in real life and live action. You have, like, his big plan at the end, dealing with a giant, like, weird animal creation thing, is just too ridiculous. Just took me completely out of the movie. And, you know, he acts like a little jerk for most of the time, and it takes until, like, the very end for him to realize it's like, you probably shouldn't have done these things. You should just, like, it's okay. People grow up. And Christmas traditions change. And that was the thing about this film. It's just, like, everybody seems to be playing a caricature. And a one-note character. And that doesn't help. And then you just feel like you're rushing through this, trying to dump as much information as possible. And you're just like, don't think that really worked. And I feel like the only thing keeping up this grade from just being like flat out just unwatchable is that it is just silly, and it knows it's silly, and it's genuine, and it's a bit endearing. And you have those kinds of things that are lifting this up just enough that I think some people check this out and have a decent fun time. But in general, I still think this is just a dumb, silly kind of romp that if you're not a child, I don't know how much you're going to get out of it. And that's disappointing. And this is an interesting choice to make this a live action film and plop this right on Nickelodeon Paramount Plus. But you know, if you're a fan of The Loud House and you really want to see what they all look like in live action, go check out A Loudmouth Christmas, A Loud House Christmas, there you go, right now on Paramount Plus. But those are my thoughts on A Loud House Christmas. Let me know what you think, and let's talk some movies. But thank you as always for tuning in and supporting your Wasteland reviewer.